Hello, my name is Natalie Steadman. I'm the manager of the Safeguarding Co-ordination Unit for the Public Protection Unit within Avon Somerset Constabulary. The Bristol Safeguarding Unit is one of 3 safeguarding units which cover the Force area. The team is made up of experienced frontline officers and members of police staff. The idea behind the safeguarding units is that we are the one hub of all safeguarding matters for the police. We receive all safeguarding referrals, and what we do with those then is we assess them, we do intelligence searches, and we liaise with our partner agencies in order to take further action. The team adopts a holistic approach to all safeguarding matters. What this means is that when we receive a referral in relation to a safeguarding incident, we will assess it in relation to parties mentioned, the location, and look at it in the context of wider referrals or intelligence we may have received in the past, which means we will never look at an incident in isolation anymore. What we also do is we ensure we include partner agencies in all conversations we have in relation to those safeguarding matters. Our key partners are social services, the NHS, education. There's a vision in the future to hopefully co-locate with those key partners to more further integrate our processes and build on those relationships we already have. The safeguarding team deals with allegations of domestic abuse, child abuse, and vulnerable adults. We've seen an increase in vulnerable adult referrals, and we believe this is due to the fact that there's a greater awareness and understanding of what vulnerable adult cases are, and therefore we've seen professionals refer these cases in greater numbers to us. We deal with a wide spectrum of vulnerable adults referrals, from the very serious allegations to allegations that could be considered more minor. Examples of these would be, for example, when we've had a referral of an individual who suffers from dementia living in a care home, having thrown an object at an individual who also suffers from dementia. No injuries were sustained and no complaints were made. Both individuals lacked capacity and weren't able to know why they were doing this. What we decided to do in that instance is simply log it for our information, keep all the details on our system, and if we received a number of referrals of that nature, we would possibly be looking at a pattern. Another case we've seen is where a gentleman was brought into hospital and was found to be suffering from quite serious wounds, which could potentially be consistent with neglectful care. What we decided to do was to call a professional strategy meeting, and we invited our key partner agencies. Those were adult care and a tissue expert nurse. What we did there was to ask the nurse whether she thought that it would be possible for those injuries to have been caused by anything but neglectful care. The decision was then taken to commence a criminal investigation. Another case I can share with you involved 3 allegations of abuse, all happening at the same nursing home in a very short period of time. The incidents in isolation could have been considered quite minor, but what we realised is that there is a pattern, and what we did then is we decided to also call a meeting involving key partner agencies. This time it was adult care, the Care Quality Commission, and we discussed whether there was possibly a problem with the management of that unit. That's the key with safeguarding adults, is to identify those patterns at an early stage. We believe that the benefit to the constabulary of having these safeguarding units is that the constabulary now has a dedicated expert safeguarding team covering the Force area. We make sure that we deal with every incident in a holistic way. We integrate partnership working into every case we deal with. Furthermore, we are trying to expand the safeguarding awareness across the constabulary by creating champion networks of safeguarding experts across neighbourhood policing teams. Finally, we hope that all this work will mean that the victim remains at the centre of all the work the Public Protection Unit does.